You're going to love it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, hey, I'm Alex. I'm Glenn's new social media manager. He'll be here in about 5 minutes, but first I have some announcements for you. Great news, you guys have been asking for it, and it's ready. Hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Master Group is starting now. As a member of Hashtag Rise and Grind Elite, you're gonna get to spend time with like-minded individuals, learn, grow, meet each other, spend 2 hours a week with Glenn every week, tackling any areas of your life that you might need help, whether it's relationships, spiritually, financially. You're gonna talk about all of it. You're gonna get the chance to ask Glenn questions. If you're interested, you need to visit hashtag RISEANDGRINDELITE.com.
Your network is your net worth. You've heard this saying a million times, and you even understand the premise behind it, and yet you can't seem to connect with the people in life who can help take you to the next level. Well, now hashtag Rise and Grind has the solution. Connect with hundreds of hashtag Rise and Grind members nationwide in the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group. Led by Glenn Lundy and his incredible network of friends, colleagues, and business associates, as a member of the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group, you'll have the opportunity to meet twice a week with like-minded individuals who can help you take your life to the next level, professionally, personally, physically, and spiritually. You'll become a part of an elite Facebook group with exclusive access to content that can't be found anywhere else, and have the opportunity to connect with top performers from around the world. You'll get front row access to all of Glenn's previous training programs, future programs, speaking events, and hashtag Rise and Grind University. Listen, for only dollars a day, you'll now have the network you've been searching for. A network of people who rise every single day with intention and purpose, and can help you evolve into the absolute best version of yourself that you can be. Ultimately, making an impact on your friends, your family members, your community, and your life. Join the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind and get your fast pass to a life where your network is your net worth.
Hey, are you new to the show? If so, you have got to join us over at the hashtag Rise and Grind Facebook group. There's nothing but motivation, inspiration, and education. We have over 30,000 members, like-minded individuals, inspiring each other every single day. To find us, just head over to Facebook and search hashtag Rise and Grind. Don't forget the hashtag and join our group. You have to check out the Scale to Speed Automotive Academy. We've got Judge Graham, Matt Monero, Glenn Lundy. It's in Dallas, Texas. We're going to do a ton of fun stuff that I'm not allowed to say on Facebook, but we're also going to learn a ton of ways to scale your dealership to the next level. All you have to do is head to swsautomotive.com for all of the details.
There's some crazy things that happen when you come up to Texas, man. You run into guys like Judge Graham, the 9-figure business builder, Matt Monero, the guy who's done $1 billion in revenue, and then you end up in places like this.
In Texas, right, we got cowboy hats, but the big thing we're teaching is how do you build an end game? How do you create recurring revenue? How do you take your business to the next level? What's the legacy look like, Glenn? The automotive industry has been missing this.
I agree, 1,000,000%.
So come and join us in September for the Scale with Speed Automotive Academy, where myself, Glenn, and Judge will work with you for 2 full days to get your dealership to the next level fast.
Great news, hashtag Rise and Grind is now a podcast that you can download daily and listen to it anywhere that you download your podcast. Make sure while you're there, shoot us a comment, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. That's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. And here's your host, Glenn Lundy.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right, today is Wednesday, October. I almost said October. Don't go there, Glenn. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. That's right, it's Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it will ever be Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, it's supposed to be another perfect 81-degree day here in Kentucky today. I'm loving it. Awesome, beautiful days right now. Today is also CMA Day. That's what I love about Wednesdays. It is CMA Day, which is Carter Myers Automotive Group over there in Virginia. Dude, and I'm telling you, this is an amazing group of superhumans. They are led by Miss Liza Myers-Borges, which she's been on the show before. Today's Wednesday, so I just like this graphic because it's hashtag Rise and Grind. It's me, it's Liza, it's Wednesday. I love it. It works out absolutely perfectly. But it's this amazing group that's led by Liza and her amazing crew of like incredible GMs. I mean, you've got guys like Scott Simons, who if you're not following him, you got to follow him. He's super inspiring. He's out there running. He's doing all these things, right? He's really pushing and leading the charge. You've got Talal, which is an amazing dude that I've had the pleasure and the opportunity to do a lot of work with. He's one of our 800% club members as well. Talal is just a superhuman. You've got Sean Hayes. That's right. Go ahead and tag him now. He's going to want to see his picture and he's going to like this. He's going to be happy about it. But she's got Sean Hayes over there. She's got Jay Burchell, which is just this amazing superhuman that's been with their group for a really long time. She's got this guy, Ben St. Hours, that is also super inspiring. He makes me want to run miles faster. So she has this amazing team of superhumans. And then on top of having this truly amazing team, and there's other leaders within her organization. Tim is amazing. Kim Garner, amazing, right? But those are just some of her GMs. And so she's got all of these amazing superhumans over there at Carter Myers Automotive Group. And then their latest edition coming to the stage. I want to introduce you to Mr. Michael Overfelt, who's now the GM of their Colonial Nissan GMC store up there in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is super amazing. That's right. Our one and only Mike Overfelt and Tina Overfelt are now in Virginia working over at CMA, which is super amazing. And so I wanted to take this time and just say congratulations to Michael and Tina Overfelt. It's such an awesome story, man. I met them right after I quit my job. I went and spoke at an event in Las Vegas. I met Mike there, and then I had a workshop, kind of like this Scale with Speed Automotive Academy, a little bit different. What's up, Sean Hayes? We thought you might want to pop in here when you saw we were talking about you. So I threw this awesome picture of you up. We're talking about the amazing human beings over there at CMA. So I met Michael Overfelt at that particular event. Fast forward a little bit, I was holding a workshop here in Lexington. At the last minute, Michael's like, I have to be there. So he leaves, he comes to the workshop, massive value. We hang out for 2 days, massive value over there. Then he joins my 800% club, and I get to watch this guy, Michael and Tina, go from dealership to dealership across Oklahoma, and I believe Wyoming, and they're just killing it at these dealerships, but they can't quite find a home. And so he reaches out to me. I reach out to Liza. Liza reaches out to him. Everybody connects, and boom, my man Michael is now the general manager out there. Him and Tina are going to make such an impact, I know for a fact, because they're with an amazing group surrounded by amazing humans that are already doing amazing things, and it's just going to take them to the next level. I'm telling you, folks, your network is your net worth. It's all about getting around the right people and allowing the seasons to go through you. See, Michael and Tina were very patient through a lot of trials. They were patient through some tough seasons. They were patient through all of those things, but ultimately they have a home now at CMA. Their lives have been moved forward. They have a new start. They have a new group. They have a new opportunity. And that's what Carter Myers Automotive Group does, is they move people's lives forward. And that's why it's always such a treasure and a gift and a gem to spend time with them. That's why I love CMA Day on Wednesday. But that's the power of an amazing network. That's the power of hashtag Rise and Grind. We rise every single day with intention and purpose so that we can evolve into the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be, so that we can go out and make an impact on other people's lives, and we do it together. Whether you're listening here live on Facebook, joining me this morning, which I really, really appreciate, or you're listening on our podcast, the hashtag Rise and Grind podcast. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I absolutely love you. There's a part of the show where we got to do this thing, where we got to get the body moving. We got to get everything flowing. And so let's do that right now. And then we're going to dive in as we continue this series on quarantine and the power of isolation. But first, you know what we got to do. That's right. First, we got to do some dancing, folks. Can you feel it? Listen, if you're out there running right now, I need you to run a little bit faster. I need you to run just a little bit harder. If you're working out right now, I want you to increase the weight. Increase that weight another 5 pounds. You got it. Come on. Do another couple more push-ups. If you're on that treadmill, turn it up a little bit. I want you moving. I want that body moving. If you're in your bedroom, just start dancing. People will look at you like you're crazy, but it's okay, because this is the part of the show where we get the body moving, we get the blood flowing, we get the heart pumping. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Come on, hit that share button, baby. You never know. I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. Hey, I'm going to challenge you. Do it today. If you don't normally do it today. Right now, there's over 70 of you watching live. 70 shares right now. We could blast through with an incredible message. Thanks for the stars, Michael Guthrie. We're getting ready to hit another level where we're going to go do something. We're about to go make an impact with those stars. But come on, if you don't normally share, do it right now. Hit the share button. It's got a powerful show today. Everybody needs to hear this message. All right? And it's also the part of the show where I say good morning to you, Laura Berman, and Michelle Gravely, and Ray Hatcher. What's up, Heather Fox and Terry LaPierre? Rick Tamburino's up in here. Susan Rose. Heather, it's great to see you. It's always so great to see you. Kim Thayer, Mike Higdon, Robert Migliaggio. I think I got that. What's up, Eddie Brown? How you doing, Miss Liza Myers-Vortis? We were just talking about you. What's up, Don Sankey? How you doing, Julio Soto? Scott Marziani. What's up, Archie K? Amanda Sanders up in here. Anita Falker Hill. What's up, James Gavin? Bruce Pulver. Bruce Culver just joined the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite. That's right. Bruce Pulver's up in there. Love it. Eric Burns is up in there too. What's up, Jesse I Can Spark, man? If you haven't joined, dude, you better come on, because we're about to take off without you. We're gonna launch without you. What's up, Michelle Streets? How you doing, Heather Brown? Everybody's up in here this morning. I love it. Oh, Rick Tamburino, he's part of the elite also. What's up, Carrie Denise? Scott Simons is up in here. Brad Smith, Rodney Hatfield, Mrs. Heather Parody is in the house. What's up, Heather? Let's go, girl. We got Robin Welshons. We got Mr. Mike Oberfeld. Oh, we were talking about you, Mike. 5:30 a.m. is a little easier. I love seeing you. What's up, Samuel Sneed? All right, we better dig in. Let's go today on hashtag Rise and Grind. Don Sankey just said it's 52 degrees out there in Wisconsin. We're going to have to do something about that, Don Sankey. That place is too cold, man. We're going to have to get you out of there. Just saying. If you open up your hashtag Rise and Grind planner, if you open up your planner, at the top of the planners, we have quotes that were submitted by you guys for the planner. It's what I love about it. And if you open up to the top, there's a quote contributed by Amy Kinney that says, "This too shall pass." That's all it says. When I read that this morning, I thought, man, that's powerful. Those 4 words, this too shall pass. This is an interesting season we've been going through, and I would like to take just a moment this morning. If we could throw some prayers up, if you could throw some hearts up in the comments for the people that are in Beirut right now. I'm sure most of you saw. If you didn't see, there's a video. There was an explosion in Beirut. I mean, shocking explosion. Lots of lives changed, and I know that they have a journey ahead of them. The people that have survived that have a journey ahead of them, and it's going to be hard. Today's a hard day for them. When the sun came up today, it's a hard day for them. So if we could throw some prayers up, throw some hearts for the people in Beirut. I also want to throw some hearts and some prayers up for those that are living in isolation and quarantine right now, because it can be cold. It can be dark. It can be really, really lonely. Mentally, it can take a toll on the body to spend this time in quarantine and time in isolation. It can ultimately take a toll. I think we can all agree on that. And there are millions, if not billions, of people that are still currently right now living in quarantine. Now, that might not be you. Maybe you're working. Maybe you're in the car business. Maybe you've been considered, essentials, things like that. Maybe life's still moving and shaking for you in some senses. But there are a lot of people, especially some older people and impoverished people. There are a lot of people that are still currently battling quarantine, isolation, COVID, all of those things. Sorry to hear that, Carrie. So I'd like prayers to go up this morning for all of those that are dealing with this challenging season. Cold, dark, lonely. And each day that this continues as we go through this season that is here to pass, this too shall pass. Each day, the risk of mental effects increases. Now, if you don't believe me, because I'm just some crazy guy who talks to himself every morning through a microphone, if you don't want to listen to me, do me a favor and let's ask the most successful man in history, this guy named Jesus. So Jesus spent 40 days in isolation in the wilderness of the Judean desert. Judean, however you want to pronounce that. He spent 40 days in isolation, fasting with no food in the wilderness of the Judean desert. Now, this is something that Jesus did immediately after being baptized by John the Baptist. So he was baptized by John the Baptist. The water washed over him. He was refreshed and renewed. And then he was sent out into the wilderness of the Judean desert for 40 days of isolation. 40 days by himself. Now, some of you may believe Jesus is God. There's all types of different religious beliefs here in hashtag Rise and Grind. And I want all of you to know, everyone to know that you are welcome here. We are all one, and one big group. I study Jesus. Jesus to me is my God, and he is my path. And I believe that he was God in the flesh. He also, from a student side, you can't deny his success. He was able to deliver a mission that still resonates thousands of years later with his actions. So we study Jesus in here often because success leaves clues. So Jesus spent 40 days in isolation in the wilderness of the Judean desert. Now, if you don't know what this looks like, there's not really, they call it a wilderness, but there ain't much wilderness going on in the Judean desert, right? It's a desert, right? It's a desert, and it's flatlands and very little foliage, and it's known to have leopards that roam freely, as well as rattlesnakes and other venomous and poisonous animals. It's a very dangerous area that Jesus spent 40 days in isolation right after he was baptized. So with this renewed mind and this time that he spends out in isolation in the Judean desert, while he's out there, Satan himself comes and tries to tempt him. The angel of Satan shows up while Jesus is weakest. And he says, he tries to tempt him 3 different times. He tries to tempt him in 3 different times in 3 different ways. First of all, he tries to tempt him with something called hedonism, which is a lust of the body. So Satan comes to Jesus, says, I know you're hungry. Take this rock and turn it to bread and you can eat. And Jesus says, no, go away. Then he tempts him with something called materialism, which is the lust of the eyes. And this is where he tells Jesus, hey, Jesus, just let's go stand on he takes him to a high cliff and he says, just jump off. Your God will save you as you fall. Jesus says, no, I am not going to worship anything other than my God. I'm not going to tempt my God. I'm not going to test my God through something material that exists here on earth. So then Satan says, okay, and he goes after him with something called egoism, which is the pride of life. And he takes him up to the very top and he shows him all of the world. He says, I will give you all of the world. Just bow down and worship me. And God says, no. Jesus says, no, I will not worship you. I will only worship the Lord. I will only worship God. And so being tempted in all of these different fashions, hedonism, materialism, egoism, at a time where he felt weakest, spending 40 days in isolation, 40 days in quarantine, 40 days in the desert, 40 days alone with no food, 40 days. He stayed strong against Satan's temptations. Now, he was challenged in all 3 ways, and today I think it's clear to see that many people who are dealing with isolation and quarantine right now, I think it's clear to see that those same struggles are happening in today's climate. I mean, currently I see a lot of people that are falling into the temptation, falling out of their routines and habits, that are putting on weight, right? That are sitting around not doing the things that they used to do, taking care of their bodies. Shopping is currently at an all-time high. You want to talk about materialism? I mean, look at the stocks, man. Shopping is at an all-time high. People are drowning themselves in debt. They're spending money like crazy right now in quarantine and isolation. And egos and self-righteousness are at an all-time high. People are arguing with one another at a level that I've never seen. The division, it's saddening and maddening, but it's understood. You see, this time in isolation can transform people, good and bad. Ultimately, for Jesus, it transformed Jesus. So when he came out of 40 days of isolation, as he said no to all of the temptations that were destructive in his life, and instead he came out refreshed and renewed with a new message and this new desire to go out into the world and make a massive impact. He wanted to teach the ways of the Lord, and so he began to travel. He began to share his message with as many people as he could reach, as far, as wide as he could go. Though it was dangerous, though there was territories, though he wasn't liked, he went in and he spread the message of hope and a message of love And he began to ultimately walk out and serve his purpose. Part of his message was for you today, right now. The reason he did what he did back then was for you today, right now, to know that you are not alone. You see, he is with you. You see, even when things are good, and when things are bad, and when things are hard, right now, though you may be in isolation or in quarantine, or you may feel alone, you're not. You truly are never alone. You see, God is with you, and over in history, you can see that God shows up when people feel and are the most isolated, the most quarantined, and the most alone. You see, before Eve, there was only Adam. He was alone in a garden by himself, and God showed up. You see, God showed up with compassion. God showed up and he put Adam to sleep. He removed a rib, and he made him a woman, refreshed and renewed. Moses went to the mountaintop and spent time in isolation. And God used that time to deliver the 10 Commandments. There's a guy named Paul who wrote 13 books of the Bible. 4 of those books of the Bible were written in a prison cell, in isolation and alone. Elijah was alone in the caves when he heard the voice of God for the first time. Job himself was stripped of his family, of his wealth, of his land, of his home. He was stripped of everything. And ultimately, after denying all of the temptations, God not only brought back his wealth, but he multiplied it by 10. He brought back his children and multiplied that by 10. You see, the isolation is a tool of the successful. And right now, you in your life are in a season. You're in a season that too shall pass, a season of transformation. A season where you have an opportunity to allow the waters to wash over you, to refresh you, and to bring in something new. So don't be tempted. Don't be tempted by the hedonism. Don't be tempted by the materialism. Don't be tempted by egoism. Instead, just allow this season to wash over you, clean you, refresh you, and transform you. You see, you are not alone, my friend. You are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God who made everything. That God made you to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average or a little bit above or a little bit below, but the absolute best version. And he's given you everything you need right now in this season. You have everything you need to rise every single day with intention and purpose, to evolve into the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Because see, your life has design, it has worth, it has value, so that you can go out and make an impact in other people's lives. That's the dash. Born on date, expiration date. The dash in the middle is the impact that you have on other people's lives. And the best part is, we still do this together. You're never alone, ever. He is with you and will be with you. That's what we do here in #RiseAndGrind. That's the community that you're a part of. in the decisions that you make when you show up, when you watch the show, right? That seems small, like I'm just peeking in. Or when you drop a comment, seems small. When you hit a share button, seems small. But every decision you make to take better care of yourself, to not be wasteful and lustful in materialism, to not be divided and argumentative with egoism, all of those decisions that you make, they matter. They matter. Dude, they matter. They make an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. I mean, shoot, you just showing up here today has made an impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I love you. What's up, Frank Lopes? Great to see you. Love you too. I do. Listen, let this season refresh you and renew you. Let this season create something new in you. Let this season be the season that transforms you into the ultimate impact maker that you were designed to be. Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. You can go there anytime. There's all kinds of videos. You're always going to find them. All right. If you're listening on the podcast, do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this episode, drop a comment, leave us a review, all of those things. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't done so already, come join me in the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind group. It's an opportunity to surround yourself with other amazing superhumans that are going to be there for you, that are going to encourage you, that are going to lift you up, that are going to help you achieve your goals, all of those things. I want to do life with you. I want to do life with you. So come join me on hashtag Rise and Grind Elite. Most importantly, come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day. I'll see you.
Good morning. All my people for the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world. It's so alarming. I hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. Grind, 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 grind.
You make people feel special. You're enough, man. I'm telling you, you're already enough. A child of God, uniquely made. God is universally. God that made everything, He made you to be the best version of yourself. You're making these incredible decisions. You're doing this group, hashtag Rise and Grind.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, everybody in the land. Make them all get up and turn the volume up and dance. I'm up like a rooster about my future. Better get used to the routine. I ain't sleep, I'm living the dream. Feeling like I can do anything. Cause this is God's plan. I wake up, I thank the man. Brush my teeth and wash my hands. Then I get back to the grind. Got victory on my mind. Success and dollar signs. Now open all the blinds so they can't block my shine. Cause I am the light. Amen. Going platinum with this anthem for the AM. It take passion, massive action.